Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be ranting about overhyped games and release day flops. Now, these two things happen year after year after year and people still pre-order games, and I don't understand why. I think that's the thing. Pre-ordering games shouldn't really happen if this is the case. I mean, I'm all for the stop pre-ordering things because it's not going well this time. Since about 2012, games have just flopped. They've not been any good whatsoever. I mean, there's been the odd good title, but not really many good games that have been released since 2012. I can only really name Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and shame to me say it, Grand Theft Auto 5, which I don't play, and I've heard that's good, so I'm not going to say it flopped. It did quite well. But other games like Assassin's Creed Unity, Watch Dogs, and all, unless you notice, I'm naming all the Ubisoft titles here, and so forth. They've flopped. On PC, Far Cry 3 actually flopped. Every game is flopping. And if you notice a pattern here, it's all coming from one company, Ubisoft. Well, not fully, but that's mostly coming from Ubisoft. I'm just saying that games are overhyped, oversaturated. There are trailers, too many trailers. Unity's a prime example, a trailer every 2 weeks. We do not need that for a game. It's a game, not a film. It doesn't need a trailer every 2 weeks, and even a film doesn't need a trailer every 2 weeks. That's completely ridiculous, and it just really ruined the game for me, all the trailers. As same with Watch Dogs, the trailers ruined the game. The trailers made the game look so much better than it actually was. This is why I do not like Ubisoft, but I do like the games. I mean, I like the concept of Watch Dogs. I didn't like the game very much, but I like the concept, so I played it a bit. I loved the concept of Unity as it's Assassin's Creed, but I played it, and I loved the co-op, don't get me wrong, but the story was a flop, and most of the game was a flop as well. The PC optimization especially, oh my god, I've spent countless hundreds of hours trying to sort that out, and I still haven't had much avail, because the resolution thing really does stop it from firing up about tens of thousands of times before it actually works. And other than that, I have no idea why people still enjoy playing games that people release and they know they're going to be flopped. Unity fanboys especially are out there like, oh, Unity was amazing, it was flawless. Go flip on a PC with an NVIDIA GTX 660 i40 i5 processor with enough on the speed and 8 GB of RAM, and that thing will not run. Trust me, with the video card NVIDIA GTX 660, that thing will not run. That should run. NVIDIA GTX 660 is a high graphics card. It's a really powerful graphics card. Even if it doesn't seem like one, it is still a very powerful graphics card, and that's kind of annoying that games do not run these days. So basically, this is overhyped. So everyone's getting excited about these games being released, and it's like, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Trust me, I like with Unity, Watch Dogs, everything. I understand. I'm guilty of this. But the thing is, on release, these games are absolutely shockingly terrible. They're just out there, they're just horrible, and nobody actually wants to enjoy the content on those games. It's ridiculous, and nobody actually sees what you see when you play the game. It's like you're the only one with the problem. It's basically the thing over and over again. Games have gone from good to worse to crap. This is basically the gaming of the 21st century gone. Gaming of 2014 was a horrible year. 2014 was probably the worst year for game releases on record because it was that bad. It really didn't suit anything. It really wasn't what we expected it to be. If gaming companies don't go back to the way they were with games, they don't overhype them, then maybe people won't be as disappointed with like games like Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I don't really remember that far back, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't overhyped as I loved that game. Also, Assassin's Creed 1 wasn't overhyped as there was no such thing as game trailers back then, really. And, well, not proper, like, full-on game trailers every other week kind of thing, but like with Unity, Unity was terrible. By the way, that cough was deliberate because they released a trailer every 14 days, pretty much, which was a pain in the penis. Another thing that that really annoys me is the fact that people still pre-order these games when they know that they're going to be terrible. So I'm pre-ordering it just for the fun. Then why don't you pre-order it, see if you like? Well, why don't you buy it, see if you like it, and then order like the special edition or something? Why don't you even rent the game in the first place? Is game renting still a thing these days? I don't know, but you should probably try to pirate it if you really want to try it, and then buy the full version or something. Now, don't go around saying I told you to pirate a game, because probably lose any chance of ever getting a partnership or earning money on YouTube ever. Well, I don't really care for money, but it's still quite a pain in the bum crack, especially when I'm trying to grow on YouTube. And that kind of brings me to the next point before I go too far with that. So don't pirate your games, kids. Anyway, oversaturated game titles, AAA titles especially, Assassin's Creed Unity, the Grand Theft Auto 5 Next Gen version, all these games, none of them really have anything new to bring to the table. Grand Theft Auto 5 Next Gen version was effectively Grand Theft Auto 5 with some extra bits added in, which it was meant to be, but it just, you know, it wasn't quite as different. I don't know, I don't think it was better, I think it was actually worse, I'm not sure, but Assassin's Creed Unity was definitely a downgrade of other Assassin's Creed titles. It definitely wasn't as good, and I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as I did Black Flag, but I did enjoy the co-op though, that is a thing. But Watch Dogs, another game, that looked like a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, turned out to be a Grand Theft Auto ripoff. That game wasn't great, wasn't brilliant, it was disappointing. I didn't like it, really. I like the concept. I love the concept. Hacking with your mobile phone. Oh no, he's got a Nokia Lumia. Don't worry, at least it's not an iOS kind of phone, because otherwise we'd all be screwed. That's basically Watch Dogs for you, because he was using an iPhone, I believe. And other than that, I don't really have much to rant about. I'm gonna rave. Games really don't need to be this oversaturated. Call of Duty, prime example of oversaturated game, released year after year after year, same animations, same kind of thing, but different scenes, different cast, different characters, different everything. It's the same thing over year after year. The multiplayer, maybe the HUD's changed a bit, but it didn't change. It was about 5 games the same, if I recall correct. It's been terrible. The franchise is a great example of a first-person shooter. When it started, it was brilliant, but now it's not as good as it is. Yeah, I said Call of Duty was brilliant. It's not as much anymore. This is what annoys me about games these days. They're all oversaturated, overhyped. None of them really need this much hype. So guys, if you're listening to this, comment if you agree, comment if you disagree. Tell me why. Tell me everything. Just chat. Just tell me something down below, and we will talk about this. I will actually discuss this with you. I will argue my points if need be. If I'm wrong, you guys can actually tell me why I'm wrong. But I actually don't reckon that I'm wrong. I think I'm right in saying what I'm saying right now. I think that games have gotten too far, no, they've gone beyond ridiculous these days. The releases are ridiculous. The prices are about £50 for a game that doesn't work on PC. I paid about 20 quid for Unity, luckily I got it on some form of offer, but still, it was 20 quid for a game that didn't actually work. 20 quid being the equivalent, the chavvy equivalent to pounds. But it's really, really annoying when a game doesn't work and you want it to work. It's pretty stupid. That's basically all I have to say. Games are overhyped, oversaturated, and it's really all of this the bollocks that's going around right now, and the bollocks needs to stop. Everything needs to stop with gaming. Gaming needs to go back to where it was, otherwise we are not going to have fun with it. I mean, gaming is brilliant, but with games that just don't work, it's not fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me things down below if you enjoyed or not. To give me ideas for another rant, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya!